Well, joining me right now to discuss this is Kingsley Fanwo, is the Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kogi State. He joins virtually. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Dapo, for having me, and thanks to viewers around the world.
All right. It's also great to have you on the program. Let's get straight into the matter, the heart of the matter. The president has put his full weight behind the issue of state police. This conversation has been on for a very long time. As for Kogi State, of course, we've seen quite a bit of unfortunate events when it comes to security challenges here and there, even though at state level, there have been attempts to sort of create a framework to manage the situation. But looking at Mr. President's stand and body language on this and the impact of state police on your state, Kogi State, is this a welcome development for you?
Thank you very much. I think Kogi was the first to come out after the open declaration of Mr. President backing the creation of state police. And Mr. President has shown once again that he's not just a patriot, but a revolutionary changer, a game changer, someone who is determined to rework and rejig Nigeria so that the nation would work again. It is a welcome development. We commend the fearless president for making this happen. Nigeria has been waiting for this for over 60 years. But we now have a president who believes in Nigeria, who wants Nigeria to work, and he's making it possible.
All right. Now, of course, you said it's a welcome development, which you are fully backing the president on this matter. But let's look at how this would impact on the security architecture of Kogi State. Kogi State has been at the forefront when it comes to some attacks, even though we know that at state level there have been attempts to manage it. But how much of an impact are we seeing? Should this, eventually see the light of day on the safety of the residents of Kogi State?
It's going to be a game changer. It's like putting our security in our own hands. We will not be able to be blaming the federal government, the Nigerian police force at the national level for whatever happens. So it means that states can now have a framework that work for them. We have different states in Nigeria. What is working for Kogi State might not work for Akwa Ibom State. So you can adapt to what you need and then fashion your security architecture to be able to align with the needs of your people, with your topography, with your geography, with your sociology, with your crime history and all of that. So it is something that will allow Kogi to domesticate security of lives and property. So it is something that is going to change the game for other states.
All right. Now, there are some that have some concerns about this I call it initiative, this move. For some, they feel that is putting more powers in the hands of governors. And the concerns of some is that imagine a governor, for instance, who is a bit of a power, drunk or intoxicated. And right now you're putting security in his hands. He has control over the police in the state. How do we ensure that such an arrangement does not allow for abuse? These are some concerns.
Thank you very much. I think it's a very lazy argument to assume that governors will try to politicize it and use it as a political tool. It is a very lazy argument. If you put cassava in your nose, it is going to affect you. But you will not stop the production of cassava flour just because of that. We are talking about institution. It is going to be an institution. It is not going to be built around the person. And it is. You have it at the national level. You have the Nigerian police force at the national level. Are you saying Mr. President will now be deploying the police against his political opponent? We are talking about institution. We are going to build an institution, build a framework. It is not about a person. It is about a state. It is about an institution. There will be legal framework to be able to guide their operation. There will be rules of engagement. There will be operational guidelines. All of these things will be put down. So it is not acceptable for people to be saying that, oh, it is going to be abused, it's going to be politicized. No, we should think more and first about the security of life and property in our dear state. That is the number one thing. And when you domesticate this, when you have state police, you have control. You have closeness to the grassroots. You have the advantage of having them within your geography. You have the advantage of having people who are from that state, who understands the topography, the geography, the sociology, and the criminal history of a lot of places and people in the state. So it is something that we should all embrace. I am very happy that even most governors in the country are already embracing it. It is going to be the game changer. We should stop concentrating security at the center. That's what Mr. President is doing. It takes a nationalist to reason that way. First, it was with the economy, with our monetary policy. Second, it was with our energy administration. And now he has moved to security. I would say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done what no president in the history of Nigeria has done. And he should be commended.
Honorable Fanwo, let's also look at another issue here and how this would particularly, work peculiarly for a state like Kogi State. We know that currently, they say generally that security is local. And currently, due to these security peculiarities within Kogi State, there's a strong arrangement with the local security, what I call it a network, hunters, the vigilante group, and all of that. Now, the state police. How, should this see the light of day? How will this, intertwine? How will this work? How do you intend to marry, this, what I call it, security at different levels to ensure that at the end of the day, duties and responsibilities don't clash?
Yeah, what we have at the moment are what you call emergency build-ups. There are things that you have built up to deal with the emerging threats as it regards to terrorism, to a lot of criminal activities across the country. And Kogi is also having her fair share of the level of criminality. But, what we have been able to do with the local security architecture, with the hunters, with the vigilante service, that we have been mainstreamed into the civil service, and a lot of that, is to quickly build this to be able to complement the conventional security agencies. So what we will need to do is to framework what we have now and make it institutional. And that is what we will do when the law is finally passed by the National Assembly, where the bill is finally passed by the National Assembly and signed into law by Mr. President. Is to framework it, is to institutionalize what we have right now. We can put those pieces together to form what you call a state police.
Okay, so because the reason why I asked is because there might be apprehension that maybe that existing arrangement might be dissolved, should this eventually, see the light of day.
No. We cannot be talking about dissolution in this case. We already have them. We've been doing a lot of training for them. They've been kitted, they have institution. And even the vigilante service is part of the Kogi State Civil Service today. So it is not about dissolving them. It's about strengthening them. It's about putting them in an institutional framework to make them effective. So I don't think we should nurse any of such fears.
All right, Honorable Commissioner, thank you so much for your time. It's been a great one having you on the show this evening. Thank you.